All right, everybody, it's the moment we've all been waiting for. We are bringing you the weather in a whole different way.
It really
right?
is. Welcome into the KCAL Weathersphere. Olga Espina is going to show us how it all works and walk us through all of these amazing new images that we have.
It is amazing. I mean, look at this huge room. If you're inside, this is actually all green, but look at the amazing technology we have and the images that it's bringing. So you're going to feel like you're walking through the weather.
It's all around us.
It's all around us. I'm going to show you. It's going to be below us. It's going to be behind us. We're going to be walking through the mountains, walking through the valleys, walking through coastal areas. So it's going to be a great way for our viewers to not only know about the weather, but also kind of feel like you're traveling through the weather too.
Love it.
So want to start off with a live view outside because we have these great giant doors. We're calling them our barn doors, and they're going to give us a beautiful panoramic view of what it's looking like outside. So let's get to it and show you what it's going to be looking like outside. You see that beautiful shot of the Hollywood sign? I'm going to show you a beautiful look at our Hollywood camera view, and that's going to show us downtown Los Angeles. We are seeing some sunshine. So this is a very different picture than what we were seeing last week. We've been seeing less of that marine influence, and also want to show you what it's going to look like as we head into tomorrow morning, because it is going to be looking really nice. First, I'm going to pop up this map and you can see all of Southern California here. Not just that, we're also going to take a look at the cloud cover. So this is early tomorrow morning as you wake up, starting at 7 a.m. You start to see that cloud cover impacting some coastal areas, even moving into some of the areas for LA, Inland Orange County. A little bit gray, but places like the valleys and the Inland Empire are actually going to be looking pretty good with some sunshine. That's going to allow for quite a bit of warming for the IE and some of those valleys. So we're going to be looking at 91 tomorrow in Pasadena. You can see 96 in Ontario. This is a cool down. This is cooler than what we were feeling yesterday, but it is still quite warm along the coastline. A very different story with mid-70s from Santa Monica into Manhattan Beach, but still triple-digit heat heading into tomorrow. Santa Clarita, you're going to be topping out at 100 degrees. Malibu, you're going to be at 77. Los Angeles, typically in the upper 70s this time of year, you are going to be in the upper 80s. So it is still going to be a warm day. And because of that, we actually do have an advisory that's going into effect, and that's going to be impacting some of our communities. So I want to show you what's going to be happening for the Inland Empire as well as Inland Orange County. That heat advisory is in place. That's going to continue still through tomorrow evening for those very hot temperatures. By the middle end of the week, conditions do start to improve, so gradual cooling is on the way. The weekend is going to be pretty nice with temperatures pretty close to average, and then some wind still impacting some of our mountains as well as the desert. So we'll get to that wind futurecast. You can see some gusts out through parts of the Antelope Valley and then into the Inland Empire as well. As we head into tomorrow morning, things are a lot more comfortable, and then by tomorrow afternoon, just more of those moderate winds. So the strongest winds expected today, and then this is the other big story. That ridge of high pressure is going to continue with us, bringing us those hot temperatures. And then as we head into the weekend, an area of low pressure starts to drop south. Temperatures turn much more comfortable, but also want to show you the weather from below, because we're also looking at quite the difference in temperatures just depending on where you are. If you are in the Inland Empire, temperatures are still going to be in the triple digits for some of you. San Bernardino at 100 degrees, 99 in Lancaster, and look at Santa Monica, comfortable at 75 degrees. Let's get to your 7-day forecast, because numbers are going to be very pleasant if you like the heat. We're still looking at upper 80s for the LAOC metro area as we head into tomorrow, and then back into the upper 70s by Saturday and Sunday. So close to average once again as we head into the weekend and early next week. Here's a check of the valleys. 102 tomorrow for places like Saugus, low 90s on Wednesday, and then we are back into the upper 80s by Thursday and Friday. Here's a check also of the Inland Empire, quite warm, getting a little more comfortable as we head into the first day of summer. We'll take a look at the rest of our regions coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Olga.
All right, hard to miss here, but we are launching something new and big tonight on KCAL News.
Hey, look at us, our ARVR studio, and we joined KCAL News meteorologist Danny Roberti tonight for a look at it in action.
This is unbelievable,
Danny.
Danny.
So
beautiful. And I just got to tell you guys, there have
Yeah.
been so many people working behind the scenes for months that made this magic happen.
Absolutely.
And it's, right? I mean, we are so grateful for them. And this is going to be a new way for us to share the weather story with you. And you guys, how sweet is this?
We're
so
taking
sweet.
our
Yeah,
viewer
it really
into
is.
the weather sphere.
Exactly.
Right?
We want you
This is
at
super
home
cool. Yeah.
to be part of it. This is all green, but look, we've created, the technology creates this giant room. And there are so many like fun little tools that I'm going to show you guys
We love
today.
see
toys.
it.
Danny has lots of toys now.
And
so
yes,
it's
we've
gonna
got
be
lots of
so
toys,
much
and we're going to
fun.
show you
Lots of
all
toys.
of them. And I know one of Susie's favorite, and Juan is probably going to be your favorite too. So behind me right here, we call these our barn doors, and we can open them up. Do you guys want to open them up?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's do it. Let's see
Can we
what's
get on opposite sides somehow?
Okay,
and
yeah, you
try
guys,
to
here we
do
go.
this?
Here we go.
Okay.
Here comes
All
Susie
right,
and Juan,
here
you
we go.
guys. 3, 2, 1.
Here they go.
Bada bing, bada
There we go. There we go. Push them aside.
You
There
guys
you
are
are.
good at that. Oh,
Look how
yeah.
beautiful it is outside.
Right? You know, and this is a
Wow.
live look outside. You know, it almost looks like you're looking through some
It
windows.
really does. Looks so neat.
Are you guys ready to get this party started?
You know it, Daddy.
Let's talk about it, because here, yes, it's all beautiful, but this is a new way for us to share the weather story with you. So I want to talk about it. Take a look. I am standing on a map right now of Southern California. This is a look at our wind profile map, and you can see the arrows. They're going from the ocean to the land. This is that onshore flow. It's been light. That's what's keeping things a little bit cooler for our beaches. It's weaker for our inland communities. So boy, it has been warm out there. We saw temperatures in the 80s, even the 90s today. Something else cool I can do, I can just press a button, voila, and I can pull up our graphics anywhere in this space. So let's talk about what's happening in your next weather. So we are looking at another gloomy start, sunshine to finish, slight cooling for Thursday and Friday, and then boy, we are cranking up the heat as we go into your Father's Day. So you can see for your Saturday and Sunday, we're looking at temperatures in the mid-80s. So 84 Saturday, Sunday 86. This is for Los Angeles and Orange counties. So we're going to crank up the heat this weekend. Wait until you see the temperatures in the valleys and also the Inland Empire. I will show you that in just a moment, but let's back things up and let's talk about tomorrow in Burbank. So we are all seeing the June gloom again. We've kind of been stuck in this pattern. So mid-60s to start the day, mostly cloudy skies, but boy, we're going to see some really lovely sunshine out there, lower 70s by 11 o'clock, and by 2 o'clock, we're going to see temperatures in the 80s. So it's going to be really nice out there. But something else we can do, as I remove this for you, let's pull up our map of Southern California. You guys, this is so cool. So this right here is a 3D map of Southern California. You can see the mountains, the valleys, the beaches. I can pull up our cities and our communities, and I want to talk about the clouds. So as we make our way down south, you can see the marine layer tomorrow morning literally rolling into the Inland Empire, clouds slowly but surely pulling away. So by 9 o'clock, you can see I'm standing in Santa Ana, and this is the moment that we're going to start to see some sunshine. Let's make our way back north, and you can see in Pasadena, we'll start off the day with the clouds pushing into the San Gabriel Valley, and then clouds are going to clear away slowly but surely. Some beaches, though, are going to stay cloudy all throughout the day. On top of that, we're going to see temperatures that aren't quite as warm as today, but still on the toasty side. 89 degrees in Santa Clarita, 73 in Santa Monica. You can see 80 degrees in Whittier. Let's make our way down into Orange County and into the Inland Empire. Inland Empire, it's going to be toasty out there, 93 degrees over into San Bernardino, and then 74 degrees into Santa Ana. And as we go into the weekend, we've been talking about that warm up for Father's Day weekend. Let's check out those temperatures. 80s this weekend in Los Angeles and Orange counties. In the valleys, we're going to see temperatures making that climb back into the 90s this weekend. So the hottest day over the next 7, it will be Sunday for Father's Day. Inland Empire, upper 90s for Sunday. And finally, Susie and Juan, deserts in the triple digits, mountains in the 80s, and our beaches will be in the mid-70s. So much we're going to be able to do here to bring you the weather story in a meaningful way. I'm so excited. And Susie and Juan, thank you for joining me this evening.
Oh, it's been so fun. So much fun so far.
Love
Danny,
being
thank
there,
you.
Danny.
Yeah.
Thanks. Well, I said we'd be back here in the Weathersphere, and here we are once again joining Danny Roberti in this amazing environment.
Yeah, it really is
You
so
guys,
fun
this
here.
is so special. It's beautiful. It's a tool, and I know Susie's favorite part, Juan, is opening the barn
Opening
doors.
those barn
Okay,
doors.
we won't do it every
Yes.
single night, you guys, but I want to see Susie open them again. So, Susie, are you ready? Get in
Juan, will you
position,
help
my
me?
lovely
Will
friend.
you help me?
Let's do it.
Okay,
Okay,
you guys
come
are
on.
so
Okay.
good at this.
All right,
Because,
here
you
we
know,
go.
this is the first week for us. Okay, here we go. We're going to do this in 3, 2, 1.
Ready?
Oh,
Pull
look
open.
at them. Look. It literally looks like you're opening that. Suze, Juan. You guys are so amazing. Okay, and so that's a live look outside at Mount Wilson.
Look how beautiful it is out there.
I told you guys I also
Wow.
wanted to show you something else super special. So we've been showing you these 3D maps of Southern California. Look what I'm pulling up right now. So if we want to take a little step right over here, I'm going to show you guys our microclimates are doing their thing. So you can see 97 in Palmdale, 72 for LAX.
Yes.
I mean, what a big difference today. How cool it is that we can see that. You
really
know?
is.
So we are going to be
Pops right
breaking that
out.
down for you. And you guys, we are going to see much of the same going into tomorrow.
We'll take it.
Okay, you guys want it?
You ready, Suze?
Okay,
Let's
okay,
go.
wait, I
Let's
want to
do
come
it.
with you guys. No, we're gonna get to the
See you
weather.
later,
I love you guys. No, we're gonna get you guys prepared. It's so fun because we're gonna be showing you new things each and every night. And so with that, I was mentioning the microclimates. We're gonna see much of the same going into tomorrow. So let's talk about what you and your family can get prepared for. So tomorrow in San Bernardino, we're gonna feel like today, lower 90s, but we get to Father's Day. And this is that warm up that we were talking about. So we are gonna get to Sunday and we're gonna be looking at temperatures in the upper 90s. So let's talk about what's happening next. Those clouds are rolling in first thing tomorrow morning. Friday's going to feel like today. Warming this weekend. It starts Saturday, and the heat is going to peak for us once we get to Sunday for Father's Day. Look at the weekend. So in Los Angeles and Orange counties, we're not talking 70s, we're talking 80s. Temperatures now above average for this time of year. 84 on Saturday, 86 degrees once we get to Sunday. Now backing things up, let's talk about tomorrow morning. We're looking at 50s and 60s, and with that, we are going to see another round of morning clouds. So I want to pull up our map of Southern California for you, and we are going to talk about not just the marine layer, but also your temperatures going into your Friday. So here's a look at those clouds. They're rolling on in. So the clouds are going to keep things a little bit cooler at the coast, and it's going to take quite a bit of time. These clouds slowly but surely making their way out of here, but some of us, like in Manhattan Beach, Santa Monica, you can still see clouds hanging around by the time we get to the afternoon. Let's make our way further south. I want to show you the Inland Empire. So we've got highs in the lower 80s tomorrow afternoon in Los Angeles, 83 in Pasadena. Once we get to Santa Ana, we're talking 75 degrees finally in the afternoon. We're seeing sunshine here. Look at what happens though once we get to early tomorrow morning. Clouds extending all the way into the Inland Empire, but once they move out, we're talking bright sunshine out there. 92 in Lake Elsinore, but San Clemente, you can't even see the numbers right there, and that's because that blanket of clouds is going to stick around all the way into the afternoon. We're expecting to see upper 60s there. So once we get going into this upcoming weekend, we'll still see that June gloom, but it's not going to be as extensive as what we have been seeing. And on top of all that, we're going to be looking at a really nice warm up. So for Father's Day weekend, low to mid 80s for Saturday and Sunday. It's short lived though, because temperatures are going to start to cool again once we get to Monday. Let's check in on the valleys. You can see lower 90s for Friday, Saturday, Sunday for Father's Day. Whatever you want to get, Dad, it is going to be a good day for it. Barbecuing is going to be great. And then 80s for Monday and Tuesday. It will get toasty though in the Inland Empire. This is where temperatures are running 5 to 10 degrees above average for this upcoming weekend. So 97 on Sunday, lower 90s for Monday, Tuesday. By Wednesday, we're talking the mid 90s out there, low 90s for Thursday. And as we take a look at the high deserts, temperatures in the upper 90s for the next couple of days. A little bit warmer though for Sunday, and that's going to be the case for everyone. 80s in the mountains, so temperatures are going to be climbing a bit with bright sunshine. Cooling starts Monday going into Tuesday, and you can see for our beaches, low 70s, the June gloom is going to continue for the next 7 days. We know the drill this time of year, but it does look like we're going to get some sunshine later in the day for Father's Day. So whatever you're doing this upcoming weekend, it is going to be such a gift to celebrate all the special dads out there for the big weekend, Susie and Juan.
Yes, it is. And thanks for having us over, Danny.
Yeah, of course, anytime. You guys are always welcome.
We'll be back for sure.
Yes.
All right.
Hey, have you been enjoying our half days these days?
That's what I call them, half and half.
That's a good
right?
way to describe
Yeah,
it,
it's
Suze.
half and half.
It's almost like we're dealing with two different seasons in like
Exactly.
one day, right?
It's
It's,
so
cloudy
nice,
and gloomy in the morning,
though.
and then the afternoon is sunny.
And the warm is just right. It's not too
Exactly.
hot at all.
We have to enjoy
Yeah.
this time of year right now.
I love it so much, you
Yeah.
guys. And I want to give everyone a live look outside. So Susie and Juan, you know we love opening our barn
yeah.
doors.
Oh, yeah, look
I mean,
at
Susie,
this.
both of you did a really good job opening those last night. And I also want to show you guys something cool because this new set, this is so immersive. So watch this.
Okay.
We're going to pull up on the floor. So Susie and Juan, come over here. I want you guys to see this. How cool is this?
below us.
Right, it's right below us. And this
Wow.
is such a good way. Like our microclimates are doing their thing. So you can see 90 in San Bernardino, 71 in Santa Monica tomorrow. I mean,
hot.
20-degree
Oh,
difference.
yeah.
Yeah, we're feeling the heat, and we're gonna feel more heat going into this weekend.
boy.
So we're gonna get you guys
Loving that.
prepared. Yeah, we want to get you
Father's
guys.
Day weekend.
Father's Day weekend. It's an important weekend, and we're celebrating Dad with sunshine and warmer temperatures.
Ooh, all right.
So we are gonna get right to that, you guys, and we are gonna get everyone prepared for their day, my team. Okay, so here we go. We are gonna be pulling up our box, and Susie and Juan, I'm going to be seeing you guys back over at the
You got it. We'll be back in the Weathersphere anytime.
I love having you guys in the Weathersphere with me. This is so fun. I want you guys to stay here with me. Okay, so let's get you guys prepared at home because we are going to be looking at some really nice changes. I mean, Susie and Juan mentioned it. We're seeing sunshine. We're seeing warmer temperatures. We're going to continue to see that. Now, going into tomorrow, we are looking at more morning clouds. So it's going to look and feel like today. Our Friday will feel like that. Warming begins this weekend. So for Father's Day weekend, we're going to crank those temperatures up. And the heat is going to peak on Father's Day. So this is going to be the warmest day. I want to jump right to Father's Day for you at home because I know this is a weekend that a lot of people like to get outside. And I just want you to be prepared. We are going to be dealing with some sweltering temperatures in some areas, especially inland. So 100 in Lancaster, 96 degrees over into Riverside, 89 in Burbank, 84 degrees in downtown Los Angeles. And the beaches, that's the place to be. We're going to be in the lower 70s. Now we're going to back things up. Let's talk about what things are looking like in Burbank tomorrow morning. So we are waking up to the clouds, that marine layer, the June gloom. No surprises here. It moves back in late tonight, early tomorrow morning, low 60s by 8 o'clock, but that will not stick around for long. We get to the afternoon, mostly sunny skies with temperatures in the lower 80s. And many of us are going to be seeing those really pretty 80s. So watch what we can do. We're pulling that 3D map of Southern California up. And this is going to be a double whammy for you tonight. So first, we're going to pull in your clouds. And then I'm also going to bring in your high temperatures for tomorrow. So this is going to give you a good look. This is going to be an immersive way to show you exactly when the clouds are rolling in and when we're going to start to see some sunshine. So in the afternoon, 89 in Santa Clarita. And at this point in the afternoon, you can see at the bottom of your screen, we're at 6 o'clock in the morning, clouds pushing into the valleys, and then they slowly but surely retreat towards the coast. But it's one of those days where our beaches, slow clearing, if any clearing at all. We'll reach 82 in Yorba Linda. Look at the Inland Empire, still talking heat here. We felt it out there today, but even clouds tomorrow morning making their way into western portions of the Inland Empire, slowly but surely clearing away. We get to 10 to 11 o'clock in the morning, and finally Inland Orange County is seeing some clearing. Temperatures, though, in Huntington Beach staying in the lower 70s, and that's because we're going to be under a blanket of clouds for most of the day. So tomorrow is going to look again and feel very similar to today. Now, going into the weekend, we're going to start to see those temperatures cranking it up. So let's talk about it. Let's get you prepared for a big weekend, a Father's Day weekend. Temperatures are going to be in the mid 80s for Saturday and Sunday. So the hottest day will be Sunday, and then slight cooling that pops up for Monday and Tuesday. For folks in the valleys, we'll see low 90s through Sunday, morning clouds, afternoon sunshine. But really this weekend, we're looking at more sunshine, upper 80s by Monday going into Tuesday. Everything's looking good for Dad's Day in the Inland Empire. We're just going to feel the heat. So if you're making plans outside, just know the afternoon's going to be pretty hot out there, 97 degrees, but we're dry and we're sunny out there. And then some cooling that's going to start up for Monday, Tuesday, low 90s by then. For the high deserts, we'll be in the upper 90s through Saturday. And then, boop, a little bit hotter for Sunday. We're at 100 degrees. Some cooling for Monday, Tuesday. Mountains in the 80s. And our beaches are going to be in the low to mid 70s. So Susie and Juan, we are going to be looking at some really warm temperatures for this upcoming weekend. But we're going to go more in depth on the clouds that you could see this weekend. Get you ready for Dad's Day. That's coming up in your next weather.
All right, Danny,
I
thank
love
you
having
so
you guys
much.
over here with me.
Oh, we wish
We'll
we
be
were over there
back.
all the time. Danny, thanks. A local hotel is targeted by vandals over misinformation.
Plus, we continue to follow breaking news in downtown LA. We're told the arrests now being made on night 3 of the curfew. We'll have an update next. Well, I bet that bear in Monrovia is just loving our weather, Pat.
I bet the bear is too. And I said something about the back door, but you're going to deal with the barn door. So
the barn doors.
I didn't want to
yes.
get it mixed up.
We have the barn doors here in our new ARVR studio that I know it's a
Something
few days
special.
old, but it's still a newborn,
still
right?
very,
It's still very
absolutely,
new.
still very young.
Yes,
just
still
a
very young.
And it's quite hot.
It is quite hot. We're
Right?
matching actually the weather map. You know, when the
are.
weather gets warm, we start to see those
The pinks.
and
That's when I
and the
know it's
reds
getting
and the
hot.
oranges. Yes. So
Okay, so we're twinning today.
We're twinning today, and we're matching the weather. But speaking of the doors, let's get your barn doors open and take you outside.
Let's do it.
So I'm going to show you what it looks like outside because it is really nice out there. Want to get to that and show you Hollywood Hills. Let's do that one because we're starting to see some sunshine out there, and it's been really nice. This weekend has been nice. We've been seeing less marine influence. As we head into tomorrow, we're also going to be seeing some pretty nice conditions also. So want to pull in our map of Southern California. Things are looking good there. And we're also going to see some clouds for some of our beach areas and also extending into parts of Inland Orange County, Inland LA. But valleys and Inland Empire, you are actually going to be looking quite good. So temperatures are going to warm up nicely as we head into the afternoon, and want to walk you through Southern California heading into the Inland Empire. We're going to be feeling mid-90s tomorrow afternoon. This is actually a bit of a cool down from what we've been feeling these last several days. 91 in Pasadena. We're looking at upper 80s for the LA area. Woodland Hills 95, still triple digits in the forecast. Santa Clarita at 100 degrees tomorrow, and along the coastline looking good for Santa Monica into Manhattan Beach, and temperatures topping out in the mid 70s. And for Malibu, you are going to be in the upper 70s. So temperatures are going to be comfortable. Still those 90s though as we head into Simi Valley. So we're going to clear out the cloud cover. We're going to get rid of that map, and I'm going to show you some advisories that we also have in place, because despite that cool down, temperatures are actually quite warm. We have some heat advisories in place. We're going to pop up this track box here and show you the heat advisory that's going to continue through tomorrow night for inland Orange County, for temperatures still in the 90s. Also for the Inland Empire through Wednesday evening. So through midweek, that's still going to be the hottest period for us here in Southern California. Gradual cooling. You're going to feel more of that cooling though as we head into Thursday, Friday, and especially by the weekend. So a nice weekend ahead with comfortable temperatures. Windy though across mountains as well as our deserts, and I'm going to show you that winds futurecast, because especially this afternoon and into the evening hours, we've been seeing gusts in that 30, even close to 40 miles per hour out through parts of the I-5 corridor and into the Antelope Valley. Winds are improving though as we head into the early part of tomorrow, though things are going to be pretty calm, and then even into the afternoon, not too bad. So conditions will be improving wind-wise. Temperatures though still quite hot as this area of high pressure continues overhead, bringing us those well above average temperatures. Take a look at what happens by the end of the week. We have this area of low pressure that's going to start dropping south, and that is really going to start warming up, cooling us down, but not cooling us down by tomorrow. Want to show you what is right below me, because we are looking at numbers just kind of depending on where you are. We're looking at temperatures in the 100s still for the Inland Empire tomorrow, upper 90s for Lancaster. Santa Monica, you are going to be in the mid 70s. So it is quite the difference just depending on where you are. I'm going to show you that 7-day forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Olga, thank you. Right, more next weather from our next Weathersphere. I gotta tell you, Danny, I think we look
Juan.
really, really good here.
Oh, yeah. Do you want to stay? I think Juan needs to hang out more over here. I know, right? I mean, it's just so cool.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful, such a new way to tell the weather story, and I'm ready to cool things down.
Let's do it.
I know,
It's been
right?
warm. It's been warm for a lot of people,
Yeah.
and now the cool
It
down,
is.
right?
The cool down, it's right around the corner. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to get everyone at home ready for the changes, because we've been dealing with 90s. We've been dealing with triple digits. And a lot of that has to do with, I'll pull up our map right here. We've been seeing weaker onshore flow. It's still there ever so slightly. You can see those arrows going from the ocean to the land, but really for our inland communities, I mean, it's not even there. We've been warming up like crazy over the past couple of days, and going into tomorrow, we're going to see much of the same. Follow me right over here. I do want to pull up a map of Southern California and show you two different temperatures. It's going to be Huntington Beach and also San Bernardino. So going into tomorrow, another round of triple digits. That's the case for San Bernardino, and Huntington Beach, 75 degrees. So we've been seeing a 20 to 25 degree difference between our beaches and our inland communities. And we are going to continue to see that going into tomorrow, where we're also going to see those heat advisories that I mentioned. So follow me over this way. Let's talk about what's happening next, because yes, a cool down is on the way. It's just not here quite yet, but I promise you it's getting closer. Heat advisories are in effect right now, and they will continue tomorrow for the Inland Empire and also inland Orange County. IE is where we're going to be seeing another round of 90s and triple digits out there. And that's all because tomorrow is when high pressure is going to peak here in Southern California. Look at this guy. But this guy is going to be bye-bye. We're going to say so long, because we've got a trough of low pressure that's going to be dipping down from the Pacific Northwest. And this guy is going to help these clouds clear quickly. First, we've been seeing that with high pressure. It's going to bring changes starting Thursday, and the June gloom is going to be back by the time we get to this upcoming weekend. And you can see in Los Angeles and Orange counties, much cooler. Today, we were flirting with the 90s. By Saturday and Sunday, we're going to see temperatures in the 70s. So the start of summer is going to be on Friday, and we have such a beautiful weekend in store for you. Now, tomorrow morning, we don't cool down much. It was a hot day today, and you can see we're only dropping down into the 60s in downtown Los Angeles, 61 in San Bernardino, and for inland Orange County, we'll start off with clear skies, so we're not talking June gloom gloom going into tomorrow, but also a really fast warm up, upper 70s by 11 o'clock, and we get to 2 o'clock, we're talking mid 80s out there. So let's talk about those temperatures, because tomorrow it really is about the heat. So let me pull up our map of Southern California. Let's take a look at these highs, and I want to take a walk right there towards Ventura County. 91 degrees over towards Simi Valley. So you can see further inland is where we're dealing with this heat. 98, excuse me, in Santa Clarita. 93 in Woodland Hills. Over into Long Beach, we've got 80 degrees, the San Gabriel Valley, looking at those 80s. 90 in Yorba Linda. That's one of those areas where we are seeing that heat advisory that will still be in effect for tomorrow until 8 o'clock at night. So that's just your reminder to be really careful. If you're spending time outside in areas like Inland Orange County or the Inland Empire, take breaks, stay hydrated. But look at the beaches. I love this so much. San Clemente is going to be at 72 degrees, 74 degrees over into Huntington. Now, once we get to this upcoming weekend, we are seeing big changes here at home. Let me pull up those changes for you. First and foremost, I mentioned the next 10 days, we are going to be looking at cooler than average temperatures. So cooling will start this upcoming weekend, and it's going to stick with us all the way into next week with more morning clouds, so more June gloom and cooler temperatures. 70s this weekend in Los Angeles and Orange counties. As we take a look at the valleys, upper 90s tomorrow, but look at that nice cool down. 90 by Thursday, upper 80s on Friday, mid 80s once we get to Saturday. Checking in on the Inland Empire, yes, tomorrow is going to be a toasty day for us, but we get to this weekend, we're going from the upper 90s down to highs in the 80s. So for Saturday and Sunday, high deserts will go from the triple digits to the 80s, mountains in the 70s, and our beaches, more June gloom. It's sticking around this weekend with highs in the lower 70s. So thankfully, Juan and Susie, a nice cool down that's in store for us, and it's getting here Friday going into the weekend.
Forward to that. Danny, thank you
so
so
nice.
much. Yeah.